You know, if you're ever having a bad day and you need a laugh, then I strongly urge you to go and look at Ali France's Facebook page. Federal member for Dixon, the giant killer, took down Peter Dutton. So imagine, I read this and I was just like, okay, so you're saying the debt would have been worse. Anyway, point being, the coalition, I've said this many times, the debt is out of control no matter who's in charge. If you want to say the coalition during COVID spent a lot of money, I suppose we can say that too. But under the Labor government, what's your excuse for all your spending? At least the coalition had COVID. I'm not saying that was the right thing to do, spend all that money, but that had happened and the whole world went through it. But look, simple search into AI, and this comes up here. Basically, long story short, it's kind of like schoolyard shit. Well, I know you are, but what am I? It's kind of like most of us are over this petty soundbite, one sentence kind of posting from a lot of Labor and even some LNP people now, saying job growth is better now than it was under LNP, or LNP didn't flush the toilet when they were in, and when we came into Parliament, we flushed and cleaned the toilets. Blah, you get my point. At what stage, this is the best thing about Labor. They live in the past and they look in the future. They don't live in the current right now because they don't give a shit, right? And what I mean by that is they're comparing the past to now, and they're already looking at one nation as the new enemy in the future, a year and a half down the track. They're not worried about now. But why bother about now when you can just keep writing checks from that checkbook that just keeps cashing checks that there's no money in the bank, but who cares? We'll just keep borrowing it. And anyway, I'll put some of the comments here. If you want to laugh, I'm not saying this is bullying, but go there and you can see some of the genius comments people put, because you have a bit of a chuckle. And I love the old elbow one, but did they really? All that kind of shit. And just like there's some clever math going on here. And anyway, my advice probably to anybody who runs at Labor's social media, less is more. Less is more. Turn the temperature down, please. Because when you've got to turn off commenting, or this new thing where you must have liked the page for 24 hours before you can comment or post or some bullshit, that should tell you enough in a nutshell, right? You're not trending well. You're not doing well. But anyway, I always find it funny, right? Countries and have AAA credit ratings, whatever it is. I've always said to you, I get confused about certain finance. I'm only new to a few of these things. But, at what stage? I'm sure everybody in their life has not been denied a bank loan or gotten a bank loan, but we all know how loans work, right? You're either going to get the loan or you're not. Is there going to come a day when the bank, or wherever we get our money from, is going to go, hey, Australia, you're $1 trillion in debt. You might need to start paying a bit more of that back to get the interest under control. Otherwise, anyway, have a good Friday. I'm going to clean up the ute and I'm going to go to the tip. But yeah, Ali France's Facebook page. And I'm not having a go at her personally. Obviously, I know this is run by a conglomerate of people and social media people and volunteers and Labor faceless men, as Kevin Rudd used to say. But yeah, honestly, when you've got to put out a post and turn the comments off, that should tell you enough already. Have a good Friday.